If you've watched this channel in the past, you know that as much as I love Smash Brothers, I cannot regard it as a fighting game for mechanical reasons. What you do in Smash Brothers is fight, but how you do it is a pure platformer, and that is always the side I take when classifying video games. Something has happened since the last time I spoke about this, though, the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not only was it peak Smash in every reasonable sense of the word, but creator Masahiro Sakurai described it as a licensing miracle that would be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to repeat. Yes, we might have a unicorn case here where the superlative Ultimate was added to a game title, and the developers actually mean it. This means that there is no reasonable improvement that can realistically be made to Smash as we know it, yet there's no way Nintendo would allow Ultimate to be the end of the franchise, despite the name, as much money as it makes. So whatever's coming next will have to be drastically different in order to make up for the fact that they will never be able to make a bigger Smash as we know it than Ultimate. Making a Smash Brothers that is actually a fighting game would be such a drastic step, and while it might feel like a long shot, there are things you need to consider before dismissing the possibility outright. First of all, Sakurai himself is a huge fan of the genre, and this comes across any time you see him demonstrate a fighting game character for Smash Ultimate. The level of detail that went into their gameplay design is remarkable, and during the Terry Bogard demonstration in particular, you could be convinced that Sakurai might actually consider a move to SNK himself under the right circumstances. Not that I think there's a real danger of it, but the possibility speaks to his love of the genre, and getting the opportunity to make one himself would be a terrific reward for all he has done over the years before and during Smash. Secondly, fighting game characters have the genre's defining trait cooked into their design. When engaged in a one-on-one match, the directional controls are indexed to forward and back rather than left and right, meaning they remain facing their opponent regardless of which way they are moving. That sounds like a minor thing, but it is one of the biggest design differences separating Smash from the fighting genre, and the first step would be a simple matter of extending those parameters to the entire remaining cast. Third, a Smash title that is in every sense a fighting game would go a long way to undo the community backlash from Nintendo forcibly abdicating Smash from Evo this year. Their reasons were understandable, but I can't imagine they intended to spark a full re-evaluation of the relationship between the Smash community and the FGC, as much as I've been encouraging it since even before I talked about it in the 4.0 video. And reinventing the IP as a true fighting game would go a long way to smooth that dynamic over. Finally, introducing fighting game controls to Smash as a whole would allow for a long overdue simplification and expansion of its handling. Eliminating the block button in favor of a press-back format would introduce genuine cross-ups to the franchise, as well as free up a button for another new or changed function. Moreover, you could use this to expand the execution versus simplified input dynamic to the entire cast. For those who don't know, when you play as fighting game characters, you can perform their special moves either the way you do with all Smash characters, or you can use their original inputs from their native games. The difference is that the fighting game inputs produce a more powerful version of the same move. Other fighting games, most notably Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, have already experimented with this kind of system, and it would be even more at home in Smash. The finished product wouldn't quite feel like the Smash you know, but that's kind of the point. Smash Ultimate represents the final perfected form of the Smash we have known for all these years, and if there is to be a future for the IP, it's going to have to find a new place to start. As starting lines go, this one is very logical and fairly easy to get to. Besides, Nintendo hasn't had a flagship fighting game since they sold Killer Instinct to Microsoft, and this would be a good opportunity for them to get back there. That's all for now. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like this video. I'm Patrick Mifflin, sounding off.